Another Beach article on quite an exciting product of what we may think is a set that has probably been forgotten for quite some time, and that is the Black Bolt and White Flare set of Scarlet and Violet era. It was the final set of Scarlet and Violet era, and straight after Destined Rivals. But I'll also just touch on it just so you can see what the set is about again. But this is about a new product in featuring Black Bolt and White Flare. It's the Unova Heavy Hitters Premium Collection. It will be released at Costco, which is unfortunate. That means it's not going to be released locally. And I think it's actually quite a decent product and definitely worth picking up at MSRP if possible. It will come with 6 packs of Black Bolt, 6 packs of White Flare, 4 stamp promos of Zekrom EX, Reshiram EX, Victini, and Zoroark, and a jumbo card of Qrem EX that appears to be unstamped. So if we take a zoomed in view of the picture, what we see here is 6 packs of Black Bolt stacked over there, 6 packs of Qrem. Okay, I see 6 one is hiding over there. It's good design, I have to say, but unfortunately, the promos aren't full picture promos, so it's not like a full art or illustration rare. It's just half of the artworks, so that is a pity. And you know what this reminds me of? It's about other massive products of Prismatic Evolutions, Paldean Fates. Decent promos, but definitely something to be worked on. But yeah, still decent nonetheless because it's got the nice stamp, so at least it can differentiate itself from other promos. But yeah, it's just unfortunate it doesn't take up the full card. But still, decent pickup. I wonder what the MSRP is going to be like. Definitely something I would pick up if I can get it at MSRP, but it doesn't seem possible because I'll have to. There's none that will be released locally. But if it is released locally, I'll definitely pick up some. And then just to give you a quick reminder of what the set is about. Let's see this. I don't like those big boxes. Who cares if you can see all the contents from outside? Just a waste of space and material. That's fair. Not gonna judge that. It's fair. With these products, it definitely takes up a lot of space. And if you don't really have much storage space, this can be a problem. And if space is a problem, rather go for booster boxes. It's probably the most compact product out there, and it arguably is the best return, provides the best return out of all the sealed products out there. This is really just a gamble per se. Some massive collection boxes do really well. Some really just don't do much from MSRP, maybe 2x, 3x after 5 years. So quite lackluster. But the Tag Team Power Box, which had the Umbreon and Espeon promo, that did extremely well. Okay. But anyways, let's just go through again what Black Bolt and White Flare is about, also using a Poker Beach article in the English set. So funny thing about this set, Japanese set and the English set, probably first time or once in a while. Oh, it's actually the first time. Dual sets like Japan. I think it's very rare that the Japanese set and the English set has exactly the same names. And you'll remember, yeah, it has 2 versions of ETBs. Had the White Flare and the Black Bolt featuring Zekrom, White Flare featuring Reshiram. And each Unova Pokemon that's Generation 5 has an illustration rare or special illustration rare card. So extremely packed with illustration rares and special illustration rares. Unfortunately, Unova isn't really the top generation that people really collect. People normally go for Kanto or Johto and maybe Hoenn. Unova is kind of like a, okay-ish generation. So besides from the illustration rare and special illustration rare, it also has the BWR rarity, black-white rarity featuring Reshiram and Zekrom, which looks absolutely amazing. Let me just show you, and the Zekrom. And then we also have the Victini BWR promo. Funny with this is that you can actually pull this from both ETBs, and they actually have a slightly different set number, 171 out of 86, and then this one is 172 out of 86. Very interesting. 171 is in Black Bolt and 172 is in White Flare. And in Japan, it's actually you have to win it through a lottery. So probably supply-wise, there's fewer of them in Japanese and other languages, especially if they're only given out during tournaments. Sadly, the Chirin tournament promo did not make it into our English set. It is not technically a cut card since it was never in the Japanese set. And then these were the products that we were given as part of the Black Bolt and White Flare. This is the Victini one, featuring a very nice Victini illustration rare. And this is the text sticker featuring Gothy Teller, White Flare, and then I think the Black Bolt one featured Reuniclus. Very nice set, I have to say. Quite underrated. And besides from that, there's also these varieties in the hollows. There's these horizontal hollow patterns that you can see over here, and you can also see Pokeball reverse hollows and Master Ball reverse hollows. These are the Pokeball reverse hollows. Kind of makes you remember about the 151 Japanese set. See the Master Balls, very nice. Unfortunately, again, it's based on Unova Pokemons, and maybe one day, Unova Pokemons will get their glory back again once there's more demand for it. Then I think this set could do extremely well. So special illustration rare, one every 76 packs. That's kind of similar to a bit easier than Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions is 1 out of every 101 packs, 101 packs. Phantasmal Flames is 1 out of 80 packs, so it's quite similar to Phantasmal Flames. And this is basically the set. And let me just scroll through to the illustration rares. Black Bolts, really the main card that people are going for is Sesame Toad, because it's illustrated by Shinji Kanda. Shinji Kanda illustrated also the Giratina from Lost Origin and Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, and also the Oricorio from Phantasmal Flames, which is featured in the Mega Charizard UPC. So this artist definitely is, getting a lot of popularity. So any card that he illustrates definitely attracts a lot of value. So yeah, this Sesame Toad is attracting a lot of value, and also this interesting pattern over there. Yeah, all in all, artworks, can't complain. It's great artworks, and definitely some that are better. My favorites were definitely in terms of the SRRs, it's definitely the Reshiram and the Zekrom. So Reshiram from Whiteflare, I think it's a great artwork. And also Zekrom from yes, Dancio. The same person, same illustrator who illustrated the Phantasmal Flames, Mega Charizard X, EX SRR, and also the Mega Gengar SRR from Mega Dreams EX. And just taking a look at their values on Pokédata, White Flare is 2,649, which is not bad at all. That's even higher than Destiny Rivals. But bear in mind, there's just tons of more cards to be pulled from White Flare and more illustration rares. That's why the value is a bit higher. But still, you do get a card that's worth 400, and then another card worth 371, and then your special illustration rare is not as valuable, but still at least one above 100 and one close to 100, which is a Hydreigon. Hydreigon artwork is also quite good, $80, and then we have Hilda, $61. The other special illustration rares are kind of okay. You can see that the special illustration rare is almost the same value as these illustration rares. Definitely some great artworks out there. I think this set could actually do quite well going into the future. But time will tell, I suppose. You can see all these illustration rares, really. Yeah, great artwork. Okay, and then Black Bolt, definitely slightly higher, almost 3,000 compared to White Flare of 2,600. Black Bolt is 2,900. The Victini is 480, which is almost it's higher than the White Flare equivalent. Zekrom 468, also higher than the Reshiram equivalent. Interesting. I think Black Bolt is just higher, and then Zekrom seems people demand this card more than the Reshiram. Artwork wise, they're both great, but I think the Reshiram is just slightly better. Sesame Toad Shinji Kano artwork, illustration rare, $172. And then the rest of the SRRs not so high. Ends Plan, Superio, and Kyurem, Genesect, Meloetta, all chilling at the 40 to $70 range. And then the Solosis, this is funny, Boogermew, $31. Yeah, so you can see that this set is just underrated and underappreciated, maybe because it's Unova region. But I think this set has one day there's definitely a time for it to shine. It's definitely the first set where all 156 Pokemons got at least an illustration rare, otherwise a special illustration rare. And yeah, I'm definitely excited about this product. Unfortunately, I don't think the chances are high for me to get this at MSRP. So I'll probably just skip this, and then I still have quite a bit of sealed products for Black Bolt and White Flare, which I'm excited to see them appreciate over time. Okay, catch you on the next one.